Jai Shri Krishna. Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, verse 1.23. So, Bhagavad Gita is a transcendental knowledge. This particular knowledge needs complete devotion to understand. There are certain important things which are explained to enhance one's ability to understand. So those important points is what I'm trying to explain in this video with the verse. So the first verse translation is given here. Let me see those who come here to fight, wishing to please the evil mind of Dhritarashtra. So these are the words which Arjuna had spoken to Lord Sri Krishna, so that he wants to actually find out who are the opponents. So there is the verse, but there are a few more things which is connected to understand it for us in general. Let's see those important points. What's the importance of a guru? One has to try to understand Krishna by following the teachings of Sri Krishna. Human life is meant to develop intelligence and is the best body to learn the Vedas that lead to Krishna or liberation. What it simply means is, this life of a human being is received after millions of birth on other species, like continuous development. So once you have this intelligence, you need to spend some time for your self-development as well. It could be reading the Vedas or the spiritual books, what's best of your interest. So make the best of the human life. Just working without intelligence will not help. So what it means is, just working to earn your living is definitely important, but beyond that, this human life also has the ability to understand something in depth which the gurus have spent a lifetime in teaching and documenting. Purify oneself with the intelligence, human being could connect to Sri Krishna's consciousness. Leading a life of conscious choice and not an animal compulsion. What this means is, if you are just trying to get into the cycle of day-to-day activities without spending some time on developing the inner abilities, then it would be very painful to understand that you have a human life and you're just not spending time in improving your awareness, which the gurus are documented in the Shastras. Take some time and learn those Vedas as well. There is life after death. We all know for sure, but the Vedas clearly talks about how to prepare oneself as well. Preparing while you are alive for the next birth by following the Vedas and the Guru's instruction. So this actually gives me a question mark, like when we are finding it difficult in today's activities itself, leaving today's life, what are you talking about after this life, right? So what here Gurus are trying to tell you is, while you do your duty, Bhagavad Gita was spoken in the battlefield, intense activity, but even in that intense activity, you have to take some time in uplifting your consciousness, because this human life is designed to take multiple activities at the same time enhance one's ability as well. So there's a lot of things to learn, and I was surprised to see how the Bhagavad Gita has been composed with so much of meaning and knowledge. So that's my attempt to share something which would be very useful. Bhakti Yoga is important. One must practice pious activities to be a devotee of Sri Krishna. Focus on being a yogi and with intelligence. Work should be done. Bhakti Yoga is important. With pious work done, your work becomes Karma Yoga. What is distinct, you will receive it. One should focus on pious activity. Follow the dharma that is mentioned by Sri Krishna in the Vedas at all times. Human life is an opportunity to learn and unlearn, and your mind is your own friend when you properly guide it by a guru's instruction. So, Bhakti Yoga is basically doing your work with devotion to Lord. You have that sweetness, you have that emotion of surrender. It's not that I am doing a big work here. This is my job. Hey, listen to me. I want to tell you something. No, it's not that way. You give respect when you talk to them. They say that, gurus say that look at the other person as you're looking at your guru, not somebody who's coming to harm you. What it means is use your intelligence and perform your task with the ability of serving others in devotion, because whatever work you do, it can either bound us or it can liberate us. Whatever is in our capacity, if we can just do that with a smile, that makes a whole difference. That's about Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga does not emphasize you to go and sit in a temple and keep praying there. Bhakti Yoga says that wherever you are, make that a temple, because the Paramatma is in your heart. But the temple is most important is because that's the foundation. That's like going to a hospital if you are sick. Yes, doctors can come anywhere you are to treat you, but if you're really sick, you need to go to the hospital. So that's how the temples are designed. Temples are energy centers. The energy centers are the places where they keep constantly chanting. They are equipped with the power. Each temple has its own capacity, and the way the gurus have invested a lot of knowledge. So there's a lot of that. We will not get to that conversation right now, but most important thing is Bhakti Yoga is important. That is a service with devotion. Bhagavad Gita 1.24 verse. The next verse. Sanjaya said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up his fine chariot in the midst of the army of both the parties. So basically, Sanjaya was a person who could actually see what's happening in the battlefield. So he was blessed with that vision by Vyasadeva, and that's the person who could actually narrate things in a much beautiful way. So here Vyasadeva plays a very beautiful role. He actually documents it using Sri Ganesh as well. It was told that he needed somebody who's so powerful who could document what he could, just speak about it. And Vyasa could also look at the incident happening there and narrate the whole thing to the king. So Vyasa is those people who actually have been trained to talk what is true. They cannot add whatever they want to add. But however, we are looking into this particular Granth which was being written by Vyasadeva, and he's also been talking about both what was being spoken by Sanjay as well. So in a nutshell, these are most confidential knowledge, they are transcendental knowledge, and to understand Bhagavad Gita, it is recommended that you have to listen with an attitude of bhakti. That's what Krishna says, and that's the reason why Krishna spoke this to Arjuna. And I guess that's the qualification which one needs to understand Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita 1.25. In the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all other chief of the world, the Lord said, just behold, Partha, all the Kuru assembled here. So Sri Krishna is very kind, and as instructed, he took up the role of driving the chariot, and as he would, as Arjuna's instructed him to go, he took him to the right, to the center. Now Krishna is Achyuta, one who never falls from the position of the Supreme Lord. However, he displays a beautiful character of working with bhakti, or being of service. In human life, being of service is the first rule, and being of service with bhakti makes the charm and the beauty of one's life. Vedas. Vedas are most important. Vedas are mentioned as a script which is, there's no end or no beginning. One cannot find the end or the beginning, because they were actually written by not human beings. Sri Ganesh is also, a Devta. They're not normal human beings who have written this Vedas, and obviously somebody has been instructing human beings, and humans have also documented whatever they could. Just like this world, there is spiritual world. Just like the television, there is spiritual vision. So there are people who can actually visualize, see what's beyond our eyesight. Human eyesights have their particular way how you see. Animals see differently. Dogs see differently. I was amazed to see that, learn something that dogs cannot see colors in us. No matter how well you dress in front of a dog, it can only see black and white. So visions are to the capacity of the human beings. And here we are talking about spiritual vision. Sanjaya could see and hear what was happening on the battlefield and explain it. Guru Vyasa has documented the Vedas. Human life is to study and uplift oneself. Yes, there is a lot of things to be done. Working for earning our daily bread is the most important thing. Once that's been settled, that's a lifelong process, but you have to spend a little time understanding, and drop by drop you would be able to enjoy these information, which you and I did the same. I had a practice of reading one verse every day, and that's actually helped me be in a position where I can explain to you a little bit much better, I guess. And let's look for the next slide. Planets, as we know, it's the Bhuloka which we stay. There are many planets and spiritual planets. Krishna is the controller and the expansion energy. This planet is compared as a mustard seed in a bag of mustard seeds. It's a vast universe beyond our limited understanding. So that's about these lokas. There's Bhumi Loka, there's Patala Loka, Mahatala, Talatala, Rasatala, Sutala, Vithala, Athala, Satyaloka, Aipaloka, Janarloka, Marloka, Sarvaloka, Bhuloka, and Bhumi. So this particular world is called as Bhumi or Bhuloka or Mrityuloka. So it's a temporary life. People are living here for probably 75 to 100 years. But when you look at back, when I also think back, I just feel like I was maybe just 20 previously. I can just remember everything what is happening. It just looks too short, even if you have lived for 100 years, right? So that's Mrityu Loka, and but there is beyond. There is something you need to look beyond. So Kurukshetra is a place where people fight and die. I think that's why Arjuna was being taught that this life is mortal, but there is still more to understand. Let's understand more. Krishna's Leela. Everything is about Leela. When you look at it, Leela, it looks like a play, but intense activity with still having the balance of calmness of your mind. It's Krishna's Leela and Krishna's grace. So Krishna always smiles, right? Whenever you notice there's a smile in his face. So these are all Leelas. So even human life, there are a lot of things going on, but remember to smile as you walk the play of your life. Life is easy with grace. So this is where Bhakti Yoga comes in. Understand we can do anything in this world with grace. If you think, it's all my work, I got to do it, and I am going to stress, I take mental tension and work on it, it's going to be a uphill task. So if you are connected to the divine, if you have the tools to use, and those tools will make our life easier. So that's about grace and understanding the tools to use. Human beings are best in using tools. So tools are, all our temples are also tools. They're energy centers. Grace is what makes life much better and easy. But Bhagavad Gita, verse 1.26. There Arjuna could see within the midst of the army the both parties, his father, grandfather, teachers, mutual uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers. So this is a situation in a battlefield where he was facing it, and looking at the situation, he was very much disturbed. It was very clearly seen. Bhagavad Gita, verse 1.27. When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. So again, just to understand the background a little bit, Krishna, Arjuna, facing a problem when his own people are against him, deeply worried, not knowing what to do. Life puts us in different situation when our own people hurt us what to do. We are even everybody goes through this like a question mark. What next? What to do? So the recommendation is ask Krishna for help, and guidance is the best answer to do. So what Krishna talks about is purity. Strive for your or duty with keeping two things in mind. One is devotional service, purity of thought, and follow his instructions. Dharma. Dharma, follow Dharma and be always polite and act with intelligence. Even if you need to fight with your own family members for Dharma. This material family has problems because of entanglement. So this word has to be understood only with intelligence. Dharma has a lot of meanings, and only with the Guru's guidance you will be able to take a better step until you are being uplifted by yourself to that knowledge. So let's look at things in details as we go with this discussion. Shri. Shri is often referred to women. Shri refers to expansion. We call Bhumi Devi Shri. So women are always respected because of their qualities of probably expanding our families, providing grains, whatever it is. The ability to expand is always referred as Shri. So Shri Lakshmi. So we call our earth as Bhumi Devi. Even marriage is an expansion of family. Shri gives birth to children as Prakriti energy. Krishna is referred to as Param Purusha. So that's the nature. There is two energies. One is Purusha energy and Shri energy. Prayer. This material family is to remind us. This material family is to remind us of Krishna's family. We being a part of spiritual family. This body is mortal. There is misery here since it's Kali Yuga. Pray and do your duty. So what I meant by this is everybody is connected with their own psychological concerns. Everybody would like to improve and everyone is striving to be better. From the life of an amoeba to a human life, it's always a struggle to be better, better and better. But the human life, this body is equipped with a lot of energy points, a lot of knowledge. Vedas would give you those guidance. Prayer, Sri Krishna gives you the intelligence and use the best of this human life. There will be miseries because it's Kali Yuga. What Kali Yuga means is a yuga of quarrel. People quarrel with small things, petty things, though they know everybody says I'm the right person. So quarrel is there, but here in this particular yuga, the only remedy is God's name. Remember Sri Krishna's by repeating the name. They say chanting is the most best thing. Like I see a lot of people taking tablets to be healthy. So pray and do your duty with a smile, because if you are stressed by yourself, you're actually working against your body, which would again get into problems. So keep your body healthy by having good food, Krishna Prasad, or food which is offered to the Lord, and dedicate oneself to develop whatever duty you can do, whatever is possible, you do it. You have to strive to be a better person materially and spiritually is being recommended. So Krishna says, Arjuna, work, go and fight, get the kingdom. At the same time, uplift your consciousness, be in Krishna consciousness. So that's all about this version, and I want to thank you. thank you very much and have a good day. Jai Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,